Hello friends, just in previous lecture we studied about rotational dynamics about fixed axis of rotation. The same topic will be continued. We will do some more examples of rotational dynamics in which axis is fixed, axis is not translated. Okay, I am taking one of the question. In previous lecture also we did some question, but in this one also from the same topic we are doing. Suppose this is fixed pivot and this is rod. This rod is vertical, that's of mass m, and this length L. Length of this rod is L, mass is L. That's uniform cylinder rod. Its center of mass lies at the midpoint of this rod. Initially it's vertical. After just disturbing from this vertical position, giving very small angular displacement towards right, it will be falling down and rotating about this fixed axis. Here axis is fixed because our topic was rotational dynamics about fixed axis. Here axis is fixed. Center of mass is falling down. When this rod makes theta angle, the same rod M and length L makes theta angle with this vertical, we have to find out acceleration of center of mass. We have to find out angular velocity of center of mass. Angular velocity of this entire body about this axis. We may be given to find out force applied by this axis. Okay. In this one, if this rod is falling and this angle is theta, we can get this angular acceleration by torque at this position by I. Moment of inertia. May you tell me about torque? This mg will be vertically downward and its distance, moment arm will be, what about this one? This is L by 2, this is theta, this is perpendicular distance. So mg L by 2 sin theta. That is mg L by 2 sin theta will be torque. That is moment arm of this mg. This is force. There is single force which will provide torque because there might be force applied by this axis, but this axis, force applied by axis is passing through axis, so it will not provide any torque. mgl by 2. What about I? 1 by 3 ml squared. One of the mm will be cancelled, one of the l will be cancelled. That's equals to 3 by 2 g sin theta by l. 3 by 2 g sin theta by l is angular acceleration alpha at this angle alpha. We want to find out angular velocity at this angle theta, or we want to find out kinetic energy. There is rotational kinetic energy about this axis. We need angular velocity omega. For finding angular velocity omega, we have different ways in which we can find. For here, I am writing here, for finding angular velocity omega, there are many ways. One of the way we are taking, this alpha is 3 by 2 g sin theta by L. Okay, na? But you know, like translational motion, A cm or A translational or linear acceleration will be V dV by dx. V dV by dx. In the same way, for linear acceleration ACM, we can write down, I'm going to find out this one, alpha. For alpha, we can write down omega d omega by d theta. That is angular acceleration alpha, this one, equals to 3 by 2 g sine theta by L. Any doubt? Like linear acceleration v dv by dx, v velocity, rate of change of velocity with respect to position. In the same way, omega d omega by theta, that is angular displacement. 3 by 2 g sine theta by L. We can write down omega d omega equals to 3 by 2 g by L sine theta d theta. Integrating both sides, these quantities are constant from 0 to omega, because it is starting from theta equals to 0. That's why starting from 0, and at angle theta, suppose angular velocity of this rod is omega, so 0 to omega, we will take here limit theta d theta, theta from starting 0 to any angle theta. You can have omega square by 2 is 3g by 2l. The sine theta is minus of cos theta from 0 to theta, so we can write down cos 0 degree minus cos theta, and we can have omega is 2 are cancelled, omega is root over 3g by L. Cos 0 is 1 minus cos theta. Okay, na? This is the way. There is also another way in which we can find out omega. What's the way? We are going to find. We can use conservation of energy. This velocity, the center of mass has linear velocity, and it has also angular velocity. So we can write down this one. If it starts from this vertical position and it is at angle theta at a particular instant, what will be decrease in potential energy? Gravitational potential energy is decreasing, and the rotational kinetic energy of the system about this axis passing through end is increasing. So decrease in gravitational potential energy equals to increase in rotational kinetic energy. Rotational kinetic energy of rod about 5 volt. Sometimes people write down rotational kinetic energy about center of mass plus linear kinetic energy of center of mass. But if you put axis here and if you find I, moment of inertia, about this axis, you need not to find out translational kinetic energy. So we can have the decrease in potential. Initially it is at mgl by 2. Finally it is at mg l by 2. This height. How much this one? If it is from vertical, L by 2 cos theta. mg L by 2 cos theta. That is decrease in potential energy, initial minus final. We can have now, I'm writing again this one as mg L by 2 minus mg L by 2 cos theta. This is decrease in potential energy, gravitational potential. That's equals to increase in half I about one of the end omega square. Here we have mg L by 2 1 minus cos theta should be equal to half I is 1 by 3 ml square I and 1 by 3 ml square. The same L is here, omega square. We can have 2 cancelled, m cancelled, L 1 of the L cancelled, and omega is 3g by L 1 minus cos theta square root. From both methods, value of omega is same. You can adopt anyone, whatever you want. Anyone, whatever. Okay? Suppose in the same question, if this rod becomes horizontal, we have to find out force applied by axis on this rod. We can find out now. How can we find out? Okay. We have to find out force applied by this axis, this pivot, when rod becomes horizontal during motion. Okay, we can find out. The same question is given here. Describing in this way. Initially, this is pivot, this is rod of massive length L. Now it has become horizontal. Then what would be force applied by axis? Again we have to find out omega. So decrease in potential energy, decrease in gravitational potential energy equals to increase in rotational kinetic energy about one of the end. Sure, this is mg L by 2. Its center of mass is at L by 2 height. When it becomes horizontal, height of center of mass with respect to this axis is 0, at the level of axis is 0. So decrease in potential energy mg L by 2. It should be increased in kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy of this rod. Half I is 1 by 3 ml square I omega square. We can find out omega. M cancel, one of the L is cancelled, 2 is cancelled, 3g by L square root is okay na? Omega. After getting omega, know one thing, if it is rotating, there would be centripetal force in this direction. So force applied by pivot on this rod should be your force towards axis, that is called radial force, Fr. That must be R means L by 2, radial distance with respect to center of mass, R L by 2, Mr omega square. So radial force will be M L by 2, this omega square is 3g by L. L is cancelled, and what can you write down? 3 mg by 2. 3 mg by 2. This is radial force. In the same way, if there is radial force Fr, there would be also tangential force, vertical force. And for this one, firstly we should find out angular acceleration. This is Fr. What about angular acceleration of this body at this position? Torque by moment of inertia. About 1 up here. Torque is mg. We have studied to find torque because in many questions we have got torque. So mg force into distance is L by 2. This should be divided by 1 by 3 ml square. Once again cancel, cancel, and this alpha is g by 3g by 2l. 3g by 2l. So acceleration of center of mass L by 2 into alpha, that's equals to 3g by 4l. Acceleration of center of mass 3g by 2l. L by 2 alpha. Alpha is 3g by 4l. This one of the should write down. Yeah. L by 2 alpha is 3g by 2l. L are cancelled. That's equals to 3g by 4. That's the acceleration, linear acceleration of center of mass when rod is horizontal. But we can write equation for this one. How can we write? Just I am rubbing this one and get. Now I am writing Fr here. Fr equals to 3 mg by 2. We have to find out tangential force or force vertical to this rod. So we can have mg as downward, and this mg downward is taken positive, so we can write down mg minus Fr. That is not Fr. I am writing here. Fr is in this way, I am this here Ft. Tangential Ft will be mass into acceleration of center of mass. Ft equals to mg minus m ACM. What about ACM? 3g by 4. 3g by is Ft. 3 mg by 4. mg minus 3 mg by 4. We can get tangential force mg by 4. So this force applied by axis has one of the component parallel to this rod Fr, 3 mg by 2, and one of the component vertical to this one Ft, mg by 4. So net force applied by axis on the rod is Fr square plus Ft squared. That's equals to Fr 3 mg by 2 square whole square plus mg by 4 Ft whole square square root. We can get this answer. 9 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 10 by 4 means 5 by 2 mg. 9 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 10 by 4 mg square. 10 by 4 means root over 5 by 2 mg. F axis. We can find out direction also. If this force is in this direction at alpha angle about vertical, this tan alpha can be written down as Ft by Fr. Ft mg by 4 divided by Fr. Fr is 3 mg by 2. 3 mg cancel. That's 1 by 6. Tan alpha is 1 by 6. Alpha is tan inverse 1 by 6. So this is magnitude and direction of force applied by axis on this rod. I hope you understand. Thank you.